I found out when I was about 23. I mean, I never could have imagined what the story would be behind my adoption, but I absolutely didn't think that I was somebody else's trash. And that is a hurtful thing, and it's something that's like in the headline kind of over and over again in different articles. So it was very shocking and very disheartening because I'm a love bug. So like me, you threw me out. And so that's definitely a deep part of my feeling at the time. I had made a choice in that moment that if there was ever a time that I met this person, that I would instantly, like I would forgive them instantly. And I was very clear about that. I imagined, a young woman being scared, being terrified at having to make that choice. And so for me, forgiveness was key. Because I didn't know how old she was at the time, I just imagined the times where I didn't know what to do when I was scared, when I didn't have support and decisions had to be made and different things like that. And so my own maternal instincts and the way that I see humanity, I was like, forgiveness is the number one thing that's here. It honestly is the first thing that came to me, if I'm going to be real. It was like, forgive, and then everything else would come after. There's been a lot of moving parts to my story and my own finding out who I am and culturally and all these different things. And I felt really bogged down by it. So I was like, in order to free myself and take back my narrative and tell my truth for myself, I need to write it down. So not only is this a reclamation of my narrative and of my story, but it's also reclaiming my love of writing. I feel like there's a lot for people to relate to in the story. And I want people to be able to see themselves. And there might be moments where people are like, I felt like that. Or that's the situation that was happening, and to be able to say that was real. I want people to feel seen in the book, because when we stay in silence, when we're not in control of our narrative, when we are existing and not living, it's not the best way for us. What I'm hoping that comes from this book for others who are reading it is that they feel seen, they feel heard, and that they feel like they have the courage to live their life authentically, whatever that means for them. And to know that you can come from really messed up beginnings that you may even not even know about, or things that are not favorable, or you could come from a family that may not have people that behave in ways that honor who you are or that are with your values. And none of that has any say on who you become. You decide who you become. From the perspective of knowing that I'm baby Nora, I want to thank every person who was there when the story came out. I'm aware of the level of care that the city showed me. There was hundreds of families that wanted to adopt me. People who I run into over the last, 13 years that I've told the story to, that are from that era, they're so happy I'm here. And they're so happy that I'm okay. And I am okay. And I appreciate that love, because even though no one knew where I was, even though I was right around everybody, I felt that care. I can see that it was there now, and I'm so, 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 so grateful. And so I just want to say thank you.